Morning, everybody. Today is the day of the tune, so we're heading over to Larson Auto Works in Patchogue. Stay tuned. So the parts that we're going to be getting today are going to be a electronic boost control solenoid, a TGV and EGR Delete, along with a Mishimoto transmission cooler and a tune. We're actually not doing the downpipe today. I'm going to have it another day, so we'll see how that goes just with these parts. And of course we have the bolt-ons, the cold air intake, the catback exhaust, so we'll see how much power it's going to make in total. Alright, so here we are. So we got the Forester parked up front, and I'm just waiting for all the guys to get here. And take a look at some of these cars. These are super nice. We got STIs over here, a bunch of different Subarus. I think that's a 240SX, GTIs, Miatas, more STIs, WRX. Seems like I came to the right place.
Oh hey, what you doing?
Since we're waiting here, I figured I'd recenter the exhaust a little bit because it looks a bit off. So I just loosened it up a bit, and I'm gonna try and kind of recenter it because this one's really sticking out and it's right in the middle, and this one for some reason is kind of high up and it's not pulled out as much. So I'm just gonna mess around with it a little bit and get it nice and straight. Alright, so we finally got everything straightened out. It looks pretty centered now. The one thing only is that this one kind of sticks out a little bit more. I like the way that this one looks, but we're able to fix this one a little bit better. I don't know if it's because of the polyurethane bushings, if they're like too tight or they just don't want to kind of bend into place, but we got it looking a lot better, so yeah. Alright, so we got the car in the shop. They're about to put it up on the lift, taking a look at all the different parts that we got. And then we got Jerry's rolling up in his freaking beautiful WRX. I think it's a 2005. Look at how much work he did to this thing. The thing is beautiful. I don't even know what brand of wheels these are. Super nice. He's got Woolwood brakes on it. Got the fat scoop. Nice Sparco racing seats. Massive, massive splitter over here. Look at the exhaust. This center exhaust is ridiculous. It's probably like 5 inches in diameter. It's ridiculous. Gotta have all the stickers. Each of these adds about 2 horsepower. And then we got the whatchamacallit, the rock blocks right there. So we got the Grimmspeed, what's it called again? We got the Grimmspeed boost control solenoid here, together with the transmission cooler. Whoa, got some leakage.
Well, the good thing is we have...
Alright, so we got the guys working hard over here. They're going to be putting on the EGR Delete first. We got a couple of the hoses clamped off so we're not leaking that much coolant. And we got the parts right over here. Well, no, they're somewhere around here. Well, this is one of the parts. And we got the little guideline over here that they're kind of trying to figure out. So we're going to get through this. This is going to be the first mod we're putting on, and we're going to go from there. So this is the EGR fluid. So we got it all draining out like I showed you guys before. And this has to be drained out first before we can put off the block off valve. Looking under here though, like the car's looking pretty clean. Like there's a little bit of rust, just a little bit, like right over here. But you know, what do you expect driving in New York and in the winter? You got all the salt and shit, but looking pretty good. Overall, the car is looking pretty clean on the bottom. I'm really happy about that. This is the aftermarket mid pipe that we put on too, so it's just a little bit of rust. It's not too bad. I do also want to paint it the way I painted the mufflers. I think that would kind of help prolong their life and stuff. So yeah. All right, Lance. So tell us what this is right here.
So this is the EGR. This is what we're deleting. So the exhaust gas gets plumbed up from the intake, from the exhaust manifold up the tube into the intake manifold to burn off any excess fuel. This is, you know, very hot, so they cool it using the coolant that's running through the motor right here. So we're pretty much removing this because we're getting rid of all this black shit that's going into your intake manifold right now and clogging up those valves.
Right.
The reason we do this is because these cars are direct injection. So there's no fuel cleaning the back of the intake valves. So it causes a lot of carbon buildup, which is why these cars are having a lot of head issues. So good first mod for anybody out there.
So TGV is also out now. So basically what we did with the TGV Delete is these little flaps over here that open and close. I don't really know the technical specs behind it and everything, but we deleted those flaps, so now there's going to be more, I don't know, what is it, airflow? Not airflow, oil flow? Like
Airflow.
Airflow? Okay.
Yeah,
More, yeah, more airflow. So this is what it looks like. Little connector right there.
I don't think you ever got it.
Oh, I was using your finger?
Yeah, my finger is getting crushed.
And that's why I can never have an aftermarket intercooler.
Yeah.
Got the STi pulling away here. Got the Nameless muffler deletes. Nice. Hopefully it gives it some gas.
Hope it's gonna wait.
Hopefully he sends it.
Come on.
Oof. Is he gonna send it? Come on. Go. Alright, not bad. The boost control is back in and we're adding some coolant in to the engine. We got everything back on the ground, everything is bolted up. TGVs, EGR deletes, all that stuff. So now we're gonna do a tune and then we're actually gonna do another day where we install, I wasn't planning on doing it at first, we're gonna install the downpipe, charge pipe, and what was the other one? Downpipe, charge pipe. Oh yeah, we're just gonna do like more of a complete tune. We got Tim working his magic right now. Then we just did a startup. I didn't manage to catch it on film, but we just did a startup, and as soon as he started up, you heard like a big ass pop. So there's gonna be more of those coming once you get the downpipe and the charge pipe on. Good. That was direct. What felt better, this way or the actual manual
I
mode?
think this way actually felt better, to be honest.
It was smoother, right?
Yeah, way smoother.
Did your numbers come out better too, or?
Rather than lugging it, kind
Did a
of.
little.
Yeah. Okay, nice. I usually stick this way anyway. A lot of people advise against using the paddles. They're like, it's no good.
Yeah, it definitely felt more responsive because the downshift to right, to where I wanted to be.
Nice. That's good.
Same place.
Basically a PVK, right? Yeah. Basically, yeah, right?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, awesome. Alright, so we're actually done for today. We got the car all tuned up for now. So right now, we're just gonna end off with going for a ride in this freaking thing. Is that what mine's gonna be doing?
I don't know, honestly, because you have an automatic.
Yeah, it might not make the same sound.
Because for me to have that happen, I have to give it like 1% throttle.
Right. Okay.
On the decel, and that's how you make it happen. obviously different power.
Wait, so what do you max out at? The boost pressure?
Boost, that pull was full throttle and that was only 14 pounds. If I kept going in fifths, like if I kept flooring in fifth, it'll creep up to 16, but the tune was made for it to be at 18, 19 pounds. I have a boost leak somewhere and I haven't really looked into it because I'm doing a whole new build and it's drivable and I don't really care. I'll get in less trouble if I keep it at 14 pounds.
That's bizarre. Holy moly. Well, that was a lot of fun. Let's see what we got here. Oh, what is this? We got the Nvidia Downpipe for the, here, let me pull that up. Right over here. This is for the 15 and up WRX with the auto transmission. And guess what? We got the catless version. Let's take a look at this real quick. There it is. Nice, big, meaty, catless downpipe for the Forester. Look at this thing. The finish is super, super nice. I'm liking the, I guess the brackets or the, these end pieces over here. They look like they're really, really well made. Look at this one too. Look at the craftsmanship. Oh my gosh. And those welds though. I am super excited to put this on next week when I head over to the shop again. So we got that, and then it comes with all this included hardware. You got an Nvidia sticker and a couple of exhaust gaskets and bolts and nuts. So let's fast forward to next week where we're installing this thing along with the transmission cooler. Good morning, everybody. Today is the day. Today is day 2. We're gonna head back to the shop. They're gonna be installing some other goodies. We have the Nvidia Catless J-Pipe, as well as the Mishimoto transmission cooler, and I think that's about it. Oh yeah, and you guys never saw it, but I'm gonna be swapping out this POS right over here, the Chicane head unit, and I never did a video on that because I'm actually super sad about the quality of it, and the customer service was terrible. So just to kind of nip that in the bud, I know a lot of you guys were asking about it, like, yo, when are you gonna do the Chicane head unit review and things like that. Honestly, I have lost complete faith in this head unit, and I know that a couple other YouTubers had reviewed it and they said such good things about it. Only one video that I saw had kind of knocked it a little bit, but there's so many things that are wrong with it. I could barely get radio reception no matter what region I put it in. You're basically supposed to set the region to United States, and then you get you get your sound quality, or your radio quality for this matter. The sound quality is actually the only redeeming factor. The main reason why I got this thing was because I wanted to have GPS capability on the car. Being that this is a 2.0 XT premium model, it doesn't come with a navigation, so I thought this would be the perfect aftermarket solution. It was a good price too, only around $400, but sadly I was mistaken. So the radio quality is terrible, like it barely picks up signal. The GPS doesn't work. Probably one of the most frustrating things is when you go to mess with the steering wheel volume controls. That's not the volume, like the volume controls, all that. The volume controls and change the channel and all that. It just doesn't work. It literally works about 50% of the time, and then I have to take my eyes off the wheel to actually click on the buttons here on the screen right over there. And what happens is you get really distracted because these aren't knobs. You don't have that sort of feedback, so you have to actually look at the screen and press these buttons, and it makes driving just so much more difficult. So I was going back and forth with the company for a while. They said, oh, we're gonna send you a new head unit. They never did. All they did was send me basically a steering wheel controller to be able to adjust the volumes manually with like an external remote. And I wasn't satisfied, so I told him, hey, can I please have my money back? Never responded, just completely deaded me on emails, just didn't answer, and that was it. So I kind of have to bite the bullet now. One of the things that we have in the back, along with all that other equipment that we said that we're installing today, is the stock head unit. So I'm going to try and install that today too, along with all the performance parts. But back to everything else. So we're going to drive over to the shop right now. We're going to start the car and we're going to get going. Alright, so we finally made it to the shop after getting lost for a while because my GPS wasn't working. So we're going to get started on the mods. I'm just going to unload the car and we're going to go from there. While I was waiting, I managed to pop in the OEM head unit again. Everything seems to be working just fine. Let me just hear the radio over here. Let's put on a station. Alright, at least, well, it sounds a little staticky, but I'm going to fix that up. There it is, now it works a lot better. Alright, perfect. So now we should be good to go with the install. So we got the stock J-pipe off. So we're going to trace it back right over here. Right over there. And we got the new one. Actually, hold on, let me show you the old one first. Yeah, it's right over here. Very bulky, very rusty right now. And then the new one's sitting over there by the tools and stuff. So we're about to put this on a little bit. We got the J-pipe all bolted up, all polished too, because we wanted to make sure that there's no fingerprints on it, because when this thing burns, it's gonna smell and it's gonna get all dirty. So it's looking really shiny and clean right now. Nick over here did a really good job. Look at the welds over here, that's awesome. We use the factory donut gasket, so it's right over there. We no longer need the springs that go on the screws. So it's looking pretty clean. So now, since we still have it up on the lift, we gotta install the transmission cooler over here, the Mishimoto one. Now the only thing with this is that it's not the one that comes, or the one that's like meant for this car, like the CVT one. This is just a universal transmission cooler. Now while it is bigger, I think it's gonna provide a little bit better cooling. It's gonna be a pain in the ass now to route everything and to mount it, but they're gonna get it done. It's gonna take a little bit longer, so let's see how long that takes. We're gonna get a quick startup over here with the new J-pipe on. All right, go ahead, Nick. Got the hella horns here too. We're gonna put these on since we have the bumper off. And this is the Mishimoto transmission cooler that Nick over here is installing. Just running a couple of the, I guess like the oil lines or the fluid lines to where they need to go. And we're gonna put this on too. Just made a little chipotle run. All right, go ahead.
Technically, it's a CVT.
You guys had the same conversation last time. I remember it. Damn, was that the sound from shifting? Oh, holy shit. Was that a downshift? Jesus. Yeah, of course, as soon as we... Oh, there's your dad. Oh, shit. Yeah, he got mad because I was like, my car is louder now, I could beat you. Alright Tim, so based on your stats and everything from like the street tune, how much power would you say that the car is making?
We're probably looking anywhere about 250 to 260 at the wheels right now.
250 to 260, and you said as far as like approximate number, it's like 269?
Yeah, so off of mass airflow, how much air is pumping through the motor, you can see like almost 270 grams per second. So you take about 10% off of that, and you're somewhere between 245 and 260.
Anywhere from 245 to 260?
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
Okay. Alright. Thanks, guys. So we're wrapping it up right now. We did all the work to the car. We just did all the pulls that you guys saw, all the different pulls. We couldn't get the burble tune going because I think because it's like an automatic, it just doesn't work, which is fine because the car still sounds amazing and it's a lot quicker. Now, as far as the contest, for the Subaru gift card contest, we never took it to an actual dyno because that would have cost me a little bit more money, and I don't want to do that. But what Tim said before, I'm going to explain to you guys a little bit more in depth. So basically, the readout on his computer gives him an idea of like the air that's passing through the engine, and with that number, he can kind of guesstimate how much power the engines make. So based on that number, he guesstimated that it makes around 269, and then you're supposed to account for certain like errors and things like that. So you basically take 10% off that number. So the guesstimate is around anywhere from 242 horsepower to the wheels, anywhere from 242 to 260. So that's about a rough estimate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at the comments, and whoever had numbers within that, I guess, general range, I'm gonna pick a winner just at random from that. And that's about it for the video, guys. I'm really happy with the way the car turned out. It feels much faster, even though it's like, you know, 25 or 30, maybe even 40 more horsepower. It looks great. I love the look of the hella horns. I don't know if you can actually see it from there. You can see it a little bit through the grill. But now, as far as all the mods that we did, well, we got the hella horns, we got the downpipe, and the tune today. The other time, we got the Grimmspeed electronic boost controller, the 3-port boost controller. What else? The TGV and the EGR Delete. And then I also have the Nameless exhaust, the WRX and STi Mid Pipe, and all that stuff. So we have a pretty good amount of mods on this car. So if you guys like the video, please leave a thumbs up. It really helps out with the channel. I really hope you guys like the car. Soon I'm going to be doing like a complete walk around, so you guys can see what it what it has and everything. I'll actually show you those mods in person, and yeah, we'll just do a full walk around. All right, guys, thank you so much. Make sure to like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care now. Peace. Oh, kill him.
Kill him. I'm trying a fast car.
Oh, shit. Don't kill us.
I won't kill us.